I do eBay year round. I have an inventory here in Texas. I have an inventory in Maine. So these items that Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel, Attic Treasures Flea Market. And this is another episode of what I can't sell in my eBay store, or it actually has not sold yet. I don't know why. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe no longer desired. But that's okay. That's okay. I have lots of stuff and eventually everything sells. So join me with your cup of coffee or hot tea. And the way I do these is I have 3 separate small hauls to show you, and I will let you know after those hauls. I'll show you a quick reel and then let you know what I did sell and how much they sold for and what my profit margins were. So let's get to it. Let's get moving. I'm gonna start with a big object here so I can get this out of the way because it's on top of my little pile. Lampshades. I have done really well with lampshades. I have sold quite a few here. And this is a lampshade. Nothing real special about it. Fabric, bell-shaped. If I can show that up close, it's striated. But I will end up showing you in the reel that follows 3 lampshades that I did sell. So, and this was leftover from Christmas. I actually posted this a bit too late. Probably everyone had bought their Christmas decor before I even got this up. But this is a neat twisted twig sleigh basket. It's nice. You could put your, I don't know, your Christmas ornaments in here, or I noticed that the Christmas trees, those little bottle brush trees were popular. I don't know, what would you put in this basket? But this is still in my eBay store, and it probably will be there until next Christmas, but that's okay. I'll get a jump for next Christmas. This is a hard sell. White milk glass sells very well, especially the bud vases. But these punch bowls, not so well. And I have actually had this in my inventory for quite a while. It's the Harvest Grape. It's in perfect condition. It probably had a stand, but I don't have the stand, just the punch bowl. I also don't have the cups. But again, these punch bowls I'm in Texas right now, so this is in my Texas inventory. I have 3 punch bowls at home in Maine, in my Maine inventory, and they're sitters. They just don't seem to sell. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments below if you have other experiences as a reseller, if you're able to sell your punch bowls. I have not been successful at all, but that's okay. Littles. We've talked before about how I find these little objects in jewelry boxes, or sometimes tucked back, way back in a drawer of a dresser that I've gotten. This one in particular is Russ Berry and Company, and it's a shoemaker. There are collectors. This is a very small item, very inexpensive item, but that's still in my eBay store. Another poor seller has been, and I actually use these if I entertain, so they have been used by me because they're not selling. Again, these are Anchor Hocking, I believe. The divided fruit trays. I have it upside down. Sorry about that. Divided fruit trays. I have 2 of these, identical. Very solid, nicely designed. Make a wonderful appetizer tray. But again, I keep on using them for my own little parties because they are still in my eBay store. So, you know, it's okay. I got this set at a thrift store in Houston, and I love leaves, anything leafy. And this is studio pottery. I'll show you the back in a moment. It's a set. It's a small and a larger leaf. And there's no marking on the back of the small one. However, there is a marking, and I'll put that up close for you to see, on the back of this. From Naomi, 12/25/80. Again, I love what she did. And I do sell other leaf plates, dishes, just not this one. Maybe it's the gold, the fancy gold trim around the edges. I don't know. A set. Still in my eBay store. And I think that's it for that haul. That was a small haul. And I'm going to show you a quick reel of the whole haul. Following that, I'll show you what I did sell and what my profits were. And then come right back because I've got haul number 2. Coming up real soon, you'll see 3 out of the 4 lampshades in this reel that sold. I'll let you know what the buyer paid. That will include tax and shipping. And then my net earnings would be the order total minus sales tax, minus eBay fee, minus the shipping label, what it cost me to ship the item to the customer, and if and what I paid for the item. That would be my net earnings. If you saw my previous video, you'll know that I am a picker. I think the subject is junking and picking. So here in Northeast Texas, I have a wonderful source for lamps and lampshades. Of course, I have to carefully climb pretty high piles. I have to sift through the good, the bad, and the ugly, haul them home, then clean them, but they run me about 10 cents to 40 cents each. Welcome back to haul number 2. And this one's a little bit bigger. And I think there's some wonderful things in this haul that I'm still surprised they have not yet sold. They're still in my eBay store. I'm going to show you probably my favorite item first. And that is this lovely deer pottery vase. I just love his look. I'm going to show you this all around. Look at that. And this is made, let's see, the Dryden, it's marked on the bottom. Hopefully I've done that. I I do things upside down for you, I'm sorry. Dryden, that's Arkansas pottery. Dryden, Arkansas pottery. A real mid-century modern look. And he's a cutie. I have a heart for deer. And I just love, and I love pottery. Still in my eBay store. These are popular. And this one's a little larger than a lot that you will see out there. But this is a Blanco style fish. Clear glass. And be careful. Might take a gulp from you. Anyway, I have this in my eBay store. And he is just spectacular. I don't know, what would you use this for? I have 2 of these at home in Maine with sea glass. And they just look fantastic. The ones that I have at home in Maine aren't quite as big as this one. But terrarium, what would you put in this? Or would you just have it on your tabletop or your shelf, just as is? These are very nice, and I have sold some of the smaller ones in the past. And I still have that one in my eBay store. This, nothing fancy, no mark on the bottom, but I like the damask leaf print. It's a soap dispenser. It is secondhand, but in great working shape, clean, and it's got the pump. So I like damask. I do like that design, blue. And in my previous video, and by the way, if you haven't seen my other videos, similar to this, I ask you to go take a look. They're under the under my profile, under the Shop With Me series. And in my previous video, I showed you a lovely tablecloth. Well, this is another lovely tablecloth, and this would be perfect for spring. It's got, there's a purple, very light pastel purple border. And I'm gonna hold this up for you. And actually, I forgot, did I write? Yes, measurements, sorry. Measurements are 60 by 52. It's in great shape. And let me see if I can show you. I think I'll be able to show you. Hopefully you're getting a decent view of it. Sorry, I'm shaking things around there, but very nice, very nice. I love the purple flowers. And I would say that it's probably got a mid-century modern flair to it because of the border, that just very light purple border. But spring is coming, and this tablecloth will probably sell soon. I'm hoping, because it's still, right now, it's still in my eBay store. What else? Okay, I have a ladle or a mayonnaise spoon. It's antique rose Nippon. It's in great shape, porcelain. I would call this probably antique. I don't know the exact year on this, but it's Nippon. So that usually tells you something. Okay, I have 5 of these. I do have them listed separately in my eBay store. And that's because I wasn't certain if somebody would buy just the whole lot or just maybe needed a few replacements. But the more you buy, I do offer discounts often on some of my listings that have quantity of items. If I don't sell it as a whole set or a lot, I will offer a discount. The more you buy, the more you save. So this is an example of that. These are EAPG Hazel Atlas, and the design is called Fan and Triangle. All of them are in perfect, clean condition and have a lot of sparkle to it. I don't see scratches, there are no chips, there are no cracks. They're just still in my eBay store. I put these aside over here because this is a antique, probably I'm gonna call it an antique bowl. It's a serving bowl. And this is Czechoslovakia. And I don't know if I'm gonna be pronouncing it correctly. Epiage or E-P-I-A-G. And it's got a beautiful floral pattern, a gold rim, handles, and I'll show you the back where it says, now I'll make sure I don't do this upside down on you. It has some light crazing, but not much considering its age. Nice, very nice. I love the old pottery, the old porcelain, those serving dishes. Okay, there's probably a zillion of these out there, and there are quite a few of these on eBay, so mine's just another one of them that's on eBay. But this is a Jeanette glass. The design is called Iris and Herringbone. It's marigold carnival glass. It's ruffled. All around. And it's a real nice pattern. It really is. So, my guess, unless I were to be the very lowest one on eBay, this is going to be sticking around in my eBay store for a while. I do try to be very competitive. And sometimes I'll purposely, to kind of push things out the door, I will try to make them one of the less or least expensive item on eBay, hoping that somebody would buy it. I may have to consider that with that bowl, or just, I don't know, maybe keep it and see if, I don't know. It's always a law of supply and demand, and right now there are a lot of those out there. This is a refrigerator juice pitcher from Anchor Hocking, and it's got the orange lid. Everything's really clean. It's in great shape. Ribbed. It's got the the indent so you can hold it. And I will show you the bottom, which has the Anchor Hocking mark. And I have sold several of these. They seem to be very popular. The refrigerator dishes and the refrigerator pitchers. Still in my eBay store, that one. Then I got 2 prints, and this is from an artist let's see, the artist is, oh, I wrote it down. Alexandra Churchill. She's a current artist, and her print, I'm going to try not to have a reflection on this. These in particular is these are her safari prints. I had gotten 4 of them. 2 of them I've already sold. That's the elephant. And I guess it was, I can't read that, but that's, anyway, the back is intact and with a hanger. And the other print that I have from the same artist, Alexandra Churchill, is the giraffe. Clean back. It's got the hanger, and I'll just show you that. I had gotten those, I think that was a garage sale, and there were 4 of them. Those 2 are still in my eBay store. Now, I think that's it for this haul, the second haul. Again, I'll show you a quick reel, and after that reel, I'll show you what did sell, what it sold for, and what my profit was. Come back for a small haul number 3. So, of this whole haul, only 1 item has sold. Have you found it yet? Anyway, I am surprised that many other of these items have not yet sold, but that's okay. Hold on and I'll let you know what that buyer paid, including tax and shipping, and then my earnings, which would be the order total minus sales tax, eBay fee, shipping label, and what I paid for the item. Yes, this federal pressed glass refrigerator dish with its lid, perfect condition, sold. Okay, welcome back. This is the 3rd haul. This is the last haul in this video. And I'm gonna bring a few of these items down here. These are items that are still in my eBay store that have not yet sold. I don't know why. It's okay. I had bought a whole lot of these, like, I don't know, 100. It's a good guess. It was just a lot. And these are by Jeanette Glass. The pattern is Camellia, Camellia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm in love with them. And I do use these myself for dessert plates. They are small dessert plates. I'm selling them in my eBay store as a set of 5. And like I said, I have lots of them. Have not sold many recently. Have sold some in the past. But Jeanette Glass, I don't know if that's a seller. I don't know. That's okay because I do love them. I don't need as many for myself as I have, but maybe somebody else would like them. I've got lots of them, so check that out if you want. And then, let's see, years ago, I don't know how many, I'm going to say 10 years ago, at the dump, I had come across a couple of boxes, at least, it was like maybe 2 or 3 boxes of tied up what I thought were newspapers. They looked old, so I you know, sometimes when you're picking like I do, you don't really sift through everything. You just grab the box, throw it in the back of your car, and take a look at it when you get home. And most times I have never been disappointed. There's been a few times, but in this instance, I was not disappointed. I had come across series of years of this old magazine, a few others that were a little different, but most of them somebody had collected Ladies World magazine. And in this particular one, I was selling them and I've sold most all of them. The only thing that I have remaining are several months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months from the year 1909, and I'll show you the fronts of each one of them. And then I've got another lot that is a combination of 1912 and 1911. So let me show you the fronts of the 1909. That's one. This is the other. This is July. That was March. This is July. This is January 1909. You know, just the advertisements on the back. I will open one of these up for you too, just to show you. But you know, it took me quite a while. That's why I probably still have some even after this decade, because I actually read each and every one of them. They were just interesting. I fell in love with the ads, the articles. And then the last of the 5, the set of 5 from 1909 is May. Again, the advertisements are the best. They don't make advertisements like that anymore. There's just, I have to be careful because these are old paper and they can tear easily. But if I can find something here for you, I mean, look, they've got the styles for spring and summer, the newest and prettiest. Oh. So that is 1 year that I have 5 issues of. The 1909 Ladies World magazine, and then the combination years of 1911 and 1912 are just 4. This is June 1911. Now, when I had gotten these magazines, they actually, some of the oldest ones were in the 1800s, and those have already sold. I forget what year they started using color, but it was very interesting because I had so many years of this magazine. It was interesting to see how they kind of got modernized in you know, from the 1800s into the early 1900s. I think the oldest one I had was like in the 30s or 40s. So this is another. This is May of 1912. January 1912. And I'll show you the ad on the back because isn't he darling? I think he's darling. That's an ad for cream of wheat. Oh my goodness. Do you eat cream of wheat? I do. Not from a box that looks like that though. Nice. And then the last of the four is July 1912. And then the back has an ad, Colgate's talc powder. So again, I only have these two sets left of the way over 100 of these magazines that I had, and they were a pleasure to read. I really did enjoy reading each and every one of them and looking at the pictures. I'm a big picture person. Usually when I read magazines, I don't tend to always read all the articles, but I always look at the pictures. And then one last item in this haul is this vase. Blue enamel, poison, crane, and lotus. I'm going to end up putting it real close for you. It's just beautiful. It's not my style. I'm not into the Asian pottery, but I love the blue. I love the artistry, I guess you could say. It's just, I don't keep any of this style in my home, but I do sell it in my eBay store. There's the mark on the back. And of course, I can never, when I do research on these, I never can seem to find any information based on the mark. If you use Google Lens, you have to be really careful because Google Lens will put out a lot of suggestions or a lot of, predictions, I guess, or near matches. And sometimes you just don't see the exact thing. And sometimes you might see the exact thing, but you can't always trust Google Lens. So I've learned, even though Google Lens will give me a place to start, I'll do further research from there. But this is still in my eBay store, nice and clean, a beautiful vase. And that's it. That's it for that third haul. I thank you for watching all three hauls, hopefully. And after this, I will show you that quick reel. Again, I will show you what I did sell. And oops, I forgot to include this tropical floral bird of paradise ceramic tote. I guess it's a pocket planter made by Anne Ormsby. I forgot to include that. That is still available in my eBay store. This beautiful Portugal Majolica dragonfly design serving bowl that sold, and actually that and I think a total of 12 smaller bowls was a big purchase that I made at a thrift store in Sulphur Springs, Texas. And I bought the whole lot of them for only $20. That was a total of 13 bowls. The last bowl to sell was this large serving bowl. Then, I don't know, I guess that's it. So I do ask you, if you haven't seen my previous episodes of what has not sold in my eBay store, I ask you to go ahead and do that. I also ask you if you'd like to press that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss any of my episodes. I'm trying to do at least 2 a week. We have less than 3 weeks here in Texas. We winter in Texas, my husband and I, and we're going to be returning to Maine. And I will be continuing a different type of episode, and I'll let you know more about what I will do when I return. I do eBay year round. I have an inventory here in Texas. I have an inventory in Maine. So these items that you have seen and the items that you will see in my previous Shop With Me videos, that's all inventory that will stay right here in Texas. And I have a lot more inventory in Maine. So until we see each other again, thank you and have a great day.